do it!
It's starting.
Okay. Wait for it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dr. Kneale channel. Get ready for a ride because we are not doing any sort of. This is a casual video, very very casual. Just hanging out. I'm joined by Callum and Cher. We liked Avengers Campus. None of us went, but we liked the videos that were put out. We liked the ideas that were brought up. We liked the idea of Avengers Campus. We watched their big tour video. So I wanted to do some sort of video where I got to talk about it, and I invited these two yahoos. We're essentially just going to talk about the main video they released where they went through everything, talk about what could be cool for the future, the food, because that's important, and maybe along the way pitch some future ideas that could be cool for how they could change up Avengers Campus. Or maybe other theme park stuff. I don't know. It really depends on where this conversation goes. This intro is literally the most structured part of all this. As soon as this ends, we are back to wildness. So I'm trying to stretch it. But unfortunately, it has now come to an end.
Let's enter the Nexus, everybody.
Well, that's where we are. So, yeah. Now we have to talk and do a video and stuff.
Yay!
What were some immediate reactions to the video, if you guys had any? I know Cher gave us like a play-by-play when she was watching it.
Oh yeah, like 2 days ago. I was fangirling. I was fangirling.
Yeah, you freaked out when for someone who at one point was like, yeah, I'm not super into the Marvel stuff, you were getting into the Marvel stuff.
I mean, celebrities.
I mean, Anthony Mackie and everybody showed up.
Even Captain Breadsticks.
Yes, I can take my picture with her. Honestly, Captain Marvel has one of the better costumes. You know, what's weird is everybody thinks I hate Captain Marvel as a character.
Breaking up.
Am I breaking up?
You slowly get back.
She's frozen.
Right back.
That's funny.
Basically, I think Neil was trying to say he doesn't hate Captain Marvel as a character. He just really, really, really doesn't like the movie she was featured in. I'm sure she wouldn't have minded Captain Marvel if the movie was done right, but it did not appeal to Neil. Which is funny because I think Neil stated that she hated the character after Avengers Endgame, after her final battle. So, if
she shit in that movie.
Well, aside from destroying Thanos' ship, which you predicted was full of prisoners, just so you could blame her even more, and then she fought Thanos, and then you pointed out that Scarlet Witch was the more
face.
Although, to be fair, you would probably justify that by saying, well, Marvel had the opportunity to display Captain Marvel well, but they goofed up.
Well, you know what they could have done. You know what Captain Marvel could have done to help out the Avengers even more than destroying that ship that very well could have had prisoners in it. She could have gone back in time with them, maybe went with them to Voronir or wherever frickin' Nebula got captured and take out the ship then.
But we'll never know.
No, because Captain Marvel sucks.
Well, maybe she might improve in the future.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for the Marvels, the new movie coming out.
You mean the show? Or is it in the movie?
No, Captain Marvel 2 is going to be called The Marvels.
Oh. I was thinking about the series.
Well, Captain Marvel 2 is supposed to have Miss Marvel and Monica in it, so I have high hopes. Maybe with those two characters and her own little team, she can be... Maybe she'll get more of a personality along the way. Who knows?
All right. But in the meantime, we have this new theme park added to Disneyland, which has most of the well-known and beloved Avengers characters gathering up for various attractions to get everyone involved in the superhero universe we know to be Marvel.
Right. Even a couple that we don't know yet, because fun fact, in the Spider-Man ride, which I guess is a good place to start, there's a Spider-Man ride that is essentially a web-slinging simulator, where it's a shooter ride. You point your arm forward and do the Spider-Man thing, and if you do that, it will actually shoot a web. Which sounds fun until you do this for like 20 minutes, and then you realize, oh, this is kind of tiring.
Yeah.
Just think about how often Spider-Man has to do that with his super strength. Web slinging is not as easy as it looks, everybody.
Well,
Maybe
honestly, he
Yeah.
kind of has to do it less, because like he only swings out like one web every so often. People in this game, it's straight up like
We're like, yay!
it's like we're at a metal concert. It looks like a fun ride. I wish they would have put a villain in it. I wish there would have been another character featured in there besides Spider-Man. But, you know, it's fun. And the whole premise of it is they have started this this little club called Web, which is like, it has an acronym, but you know they just picked Web because it's Spider-Web.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Anyways, on that team, the main one, the most recognizable name, is Harley Keener, who is the little kid.
I maybe because I was like half asleep at the time, I thought they said Harley Quinn. I don't know why. I felt stupid at that
Well,
moment.
Harley Keener is the kid from Iron Man 3. So he is featured in the ride, along with a couple references for him. But they also mention the girl who eventually becomes Moon Girl. There's even a wanted poster looking for Devil Dinosaur. That's a reference to the comics. And Doreen Green, who is Squirrel Girl. And there are several Squirrel Girl references in the ride. There's a whole canister full of acorns and a Monkey Joe branded glue, which is the name of her favorite monkey. I mean, squirrel. I forget because its name is Monkey Joe.
These little details. Wow. I mean, already you're analyzing this theme park as if they were.
Fun fact, I kind of already told you guys this off screen, but remember how I told you that one weekend where my parents and I were watching something Marvel and we're going through like the Marvel catalog on Disney+. And I think this was after WandaVision. Like my dad, I think he was high. So then I had to explain to him what some of the Marvel shows were. And like that Marvel Rising show with Squirrel Girl, and my dad had no idea that Squirrel Girl was a thing. So I had to explain to him what Squirrel Girl was, and it was funny. Let's just say it was pretty funny. And he was high too, so it was pretty funny.
I mean, learning about Squirrel Girl while intoxicated sounds pretty awesome. Did you know she is a best friend? She is a best friend whose name is Chipmunk Hunk, and he is another hero.
I told him about that too. He's like, "What in the world is this? What is happening?"
It's strange. Squirrel Girl gets weird. But yeah, there is a straight up a picture of Doreen Green there, and it is fabulous to see a live action Squirrel Girl. There are 2 Hawkeye references in the entirety of Avengers Campus. I found 2.
Oh boy, here we go.
There's just 2. Number 1 is there's a picture of Hawkeye doing a cool arrow pose on the shawarma stand. Yeah, that basically. On the shawarma stand where they sell you the shawarma, which alone is really cool that they do it. The other one is a little more detailed. The other one is Peter has graffitied the theme park with stickers, right? And there's a couple different ones, but the main one he does is for this pizza place. Now, you may immediately assume that's a reference to Spider-Man 2, but it's not. because the pizza place is called Lucky Dog's Pizza. You guys aren't actually going to get that.
Something about Hawkeye, right?
Hawkeye's dog is named Lucky, and his full name is Lucky the Pizza Hound because he eats pizza.
Oh, so he needs a turtle. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, those are the only two Hawkeye references, so that's pretty much the only time I'll be able to talk about him this whole video until later.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, there's one other thing I'll have to say about him later, but that's it. What did you guys think about the videos and everything you saw? Did you have anything specific you were like, holy shit, I gotta go there? Now let's start with you. You're a quiet boy.
That he is.
I don't know why you did stuff with your eyes to imply silence.
That's Callum. That's why. It's Callum.
Look at how quiet I'm being right now. I'm being so quiet. Look, my eyes are closed and everything.
Anyway, where do I begin? This is quite an impressive set piece that not just one individual thing, but the whole thing as a whole. They've made sure that no stone was overturned and no overexpense or whatever that line from Jurassic Park was. Spared no expense. That's what it was.
Spared no expense. Yeah.
Spared no expense. One of the features I find the coolest is the fact that they've added in this element of heroes going around fighting villains. Yeah, that's a thing. It's not just the casual meet and greet, which in and of itself is amazing. You'll see them in action, like during their jobs. Like, yeah, this is our daily jobs. We fight off these bad guys who could injure everybody, but we'll apprehend them. And apparently they do this almost seemingly at random. So they'll stroll around, see a bad guy, fight, pull him down, and then just carry on with their merry way. So and the heroes will be there to stop them. You got Spider-Man, who is doing some amazing stunts, which we'll get into later. You got Hawkeye's not there, is he?
I saw Black Widow and Black Panther.
Black Widow is there. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, is there. The Wakanda guards are there to interact. Yeah.
It's honestly a little weird that Hawkeye isn't there, because he used to have. There was like a stunt show. There was like a SHIELD operative stunt show that him and Black Widow did in the main park at one point. So it's honestly kind of weird that Hawkeye's not there because they have the costume. So I'm wondering if there's like a behind-the-scenes reason, like maybe they're planning something for when the show drops to do at the park or something.
I mean, I would say it looks pretty cool with like the fights thing. It's just like, I guess I'm pretty sure people are complaining about this online, but it's like the way that it's, I don't know, like the way it's moving, like you have to be like at a certain angle to actually see everything, because there's some parts where you can barely see what the heck's going on. And I love fight scenes.
I feel like if you're standing right under them, you won't be able to see them.
Right. Like you have to be able to get a certain angle to see.
My criticism is a little more. My criticism is a little different. I like Taskmaster. I think there needs to be more villains, though. Like, it's just Taskmaster and Loki. And Loki's not really a villain anymore, so he doesn't do any villainous things. They need more villains, in my opinion. Like, what if we just turned the corner and, oh, there's U.S. Agent, there's John Walker. Oh, what if it's like, who's another villain they could put there that would be easy? They can't do Hela because of the big antlers.
No.
I mean, unless it was her with her casual hair, but that would be...
that's cheating.
No.
That's cheating.
You could do, I don't know, Bully Maguire?
No, that's not a villain. Why are you referencing memes?
Because it's dope. They could do. I think they could do Ultron. Just they got the Iron Man suit, so they could have Ultron on. Just have some guy in sort of this Ultron suit. The same thing they could do like War Machine, or they could do a Vision. Like they could do that. I think maybe have a flying show. I guess that's my first suggestion. A flying show with Iron Man taking down Ultron or something like that.
Agatha Harkness.
Yeah. Every evil dream. It's an
Well, I'm gonna steal WandaVision, but I think if they did that, everyone in the Marvel department's going to assume everyone, like even toddlers who've probably been there for the first time, know what WandaVision is. Okay, now I'm just imagining like little babies, little cribs, like.
I mean, you gotta remember, Cal, Captain America Sam Wilson is at the park.
Yeah, and didn't they say at the video like you might find something from like the TV series to be at the campus?
Oh yeah. What Kevin Feige specifically said was, after every TV show, you might want to come back because there might be something new. And they have already delivered on that with Loki, because in that little snack stand that's right outside the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, there are Loki props in there now, including the time variance collar that we saw in the first episode, and some merch of Loki's horns and Miss Minutes.
They sell the to the public.
No, they don't sell it. They just have it on display.
It's just there for display. You can like take a picture and be like, oh look, get a cool reference and stuff. Is there anything for WandaVision yet or no?
There is some merch. There's like a new pin line that just came out. There's so many Funko Pops. There are little things for WandaVision, but nothing super huge yet. Like, I don't think Scarlet Witch is at the park. I don't think Vision is at the park. God, honestly, if I were to pitch a WandaVision ride, I think what would literally be great is if you had someone dressed up in like a black and white dress, like a photo op, where you could be like cropped into Westview. Like you'll have Wanda there with her dress, and it's like a black and white situation where you can wear old-timey clothes and stuff. I think that would be a cool thing. Take your picture with Wanda and you're in the Hex. I think that could be cool. But I think that'd be fitting for Wanda's attraction. You know, not everybody gets a huge ride.
Right.
Which is why the Hawkeye roller coaster must be made.
I actually think I told you guys I've actually been on the Guardians of the Galaxy breakout ride for my senior year.
How did you like it?
So this was 3 years ago because that's when I graduated, 2018. So we actually went at night.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like the park's closing hours, where it was like 9 to like 2 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't like heights. I am literally scared of heights. But
so am I.
But I went anyway with my group. I was so nervous. I kept thinking, like, am I gonna be okay? Am I gonna be okay? And I'm like, yeah, sure, this will be fine. It'll be great. Because because obviously it was like majority of like our senior class, but there was like I think 8 or 9 of us in the group, and so I guess it didn't help that I was in the literal front. But then again, you could be anywhere in the seats or whatever. But I just didn't want to be in the front, and I ended up having to be in the front. And I felt so bad that I, as soon as the ride started, like Rocket Raccoon's like, oh yeah, time to do this. Oops. And then immediately when we went up, I immediately just started screaming. I was like, oh my god, what did I get myself into? And the sad thing is, I felt so bad for this classmate that was sitting right next to me. I was clinging onto him. Like death grip clinging onto him. I was
cute. Exact same experience with the supposedly slow roller coaster. I screamed and I squished my sister's hand. The moment they said, "Who wants to ride again?" everyone said, "Yeah!" And then me and my auntie said, "No! Let us off! Let us off! I want to live!"
Yeah, I know. I couldn't keep going up and down, and I had my eyes closed the entire time of the entire ride, I had my eyes closed, and I was like doing like this, like clinging on, and I just felt so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm probably killing this person right now by having this death grip. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I don't want to do it. Oh my gosh, this is a bad idea. And then as like we were at the top and I opened my eyes for a couple seconds, I was like, oh my god, we're at the top of the building. Oh my god. And then we went down, I was like, nope, 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 nope. And then when we got off the ride, I was the first person to get off the ride. I got off the ride, I immediately unbuckled myself and ran out the room. Like, I almost having like a panic attack.
What?
Oh my god! Looking back at it, it was funny. Like it's funny, but at the same time, it was pretty terrifying.
Now, here's the
One of
thing.
those things where, yeah.
Here's the thing. I consider myself a bit of an adventurer. I didn't ride that one, but I rode the Tower of Terror in Florida, which is basically the same ride. And I had a very similar experience, except last minute, even though my seatbelt was buckled, I forgot to tighten it a lot. So when
Oh
we
my God.
dropped, I left my chair. I was still held by the seatbelt, but I was in midair. And it was the coolest shit. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I loved it. Of course, I was careful because if you're not careful with that, like, I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. And if you're not careful, you know, that shit can break your spine. But that was awesome.
Oh my gosh, just this makes me squirm. I don't like heights. I freak out and stuff.
Not even kidding, Cher. I imagined a situation where you and I were riding the ride and you're like death grabbing me. But the fact that you're death grabbing me is the only reason I'm not floating to the top. And I'm just like screaming the whole time.
My feet were like literally like dangling like this. It was like
I was laughing. I was loving it. Literally, okay. So this is the kind of thrill guy I am for these rides. There is this big water slide at like this camp I go to sometimes, right? And it's huge. It's like really, really big. It's probably about a story tall. And you know, you go down the water slide, it's fun, it's a water slide, but you want to know what the adventurer does? The adventurer just sort of gets on top of this water slide, gets all of that height, gets all the way up here, and jumps off the side. And that's what I did. I just free fell into the water, and I was like, yes! God damn it, I love life.
oh my gosh.
Are you okay, Callum?
I think if you're if that was the
We only
best
got
thing.
one life, buddy. We only got one life.
I mean,
Gotta live it.
I mean, it was fine, but at the same time, I was just scared. I was like scared. I think I cried afterwards. I was like, I don't want to go water anymore. I don't want to go any rides. I just want to stay at the ground. And then we ended up going on to the Cars ride. I was like, oh yeah, this is fun.
I've heard that I've seen some images of the line for Guardians Mission Breakout, and it is beautiful. It is great theming. There are like these cages everywhere. You are in the collector's building, and it is awesome. You can see Cosmo the Space Dog. You can see Beta Ray Bill's hammer. There's so many references everywhere. A Stan Lee cameo during the ride, because of course there is. It is magnificent, and eventually I will be going to this park, and I look forward to possibly dying on that ride. Another really cool thing.
I mean, I will say another good thing for Guardians is I did take a picture with the Star-Lord and Gamora during that time where they do like the dance.
Star-Lord and Gamora have a dance party in
yeah.
Yeah, they have a dance party in this thing now. Which I think is weird that like just randomly while there are supervillains fighting Black Panther and Black Widow, Gamora and Peter are just dancing.
Dance up, bro! You!
I mean, there's no telling which Avengers will walk up and try to dance off against Peter Quill.
I'm just Blossom.
But the big gimmick of big gimmick of the Mission Breakout ride is there are like it's random. There are 5 different songs that can play during it, and depending on the songs, you're going to get a different experience. Like for one of the songs, Groot activates the anti-gravity, so you're sometimes floating and sometimes dropping. And that's cool. There are also situations where Drax has more screen time in one than other. It's really cool that they have these different options to make you re-ride the ride several times. It's cool, man. I think Guardians got a
I heard, if I remember correctly, now that you mentioned it, I heard more Rocket than anyone else. I heard a lot of Rockets.
Do you remember the song that played?
No, I don't remember the song. I heard a lot of Rocket. That's all I heard. I was too scared. I was too scared to even listen or to enjoy the actual ride.
I don't know all the songs. I know one of them is "We Want the Funk," "ABC" by the Jackson 5, "Born to Be Wild," and there's like 2 others. Actually, let's look this up because like we're supposed to talk about this shit. Callum, stall while I Google it.
What do you like?
So we mentioned some of the rides. Apparently, some characters are going to get some more recognition, as it were, than others. Apparently, Spider-Man has an entire attraction, not just the ride, but also an entire stunt show where he web slings and he just launches wide up into the air and then lands on the tallest building and then says, "I'm okay," and then does some Spider-Man shenanigans.
Yeah, seeing that robot, God, it actually does feel like watching Spider-Man. You know, it's great.
That's a robot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I found the songs.
I did too.
Wait a second. That was a robot being flung into the air. I mean, it's amazing either way.
That was a robot.
Yeah.
Callum, I can't understate this enough. If a human would have been flung in the air like that, they'd be dead. Their knees would break, and they would be on the ground in agonizing pain.
And they'd be sued. Disney would be sued.
The songs are "I Want You Back" by the Jackson 5, so it wasn't ABC. "Hit Me With Your Best Shot" by Pat
Benatar. Hit me with the best shot.
I happen to know that one has tracks.
Okay, I heard that one a lot too. I think
"Give
it was
Up the Funk" by Parliament.
We want the funk. Give up the funk. Thank you, Daddy.
"Free Ride," which I have been told is the best one, by the Edgar Winter Group. "Burning Love" by Elvis Presley. And "Born to Be Wild" by Steppenwolf.
Yep.
I think this is supposed to say Stephen Wolf, but it says Steppenwolf.
That's funny.
"In the Name of Dark Side."
I call him Pitch Black, so.
"I was born to be wild." Decide.
Great.
Wait, I think I know which one it was. I think it was the "Hit Me With Your Best Shot" one that I went on.
I've heard that one's okay. I have been told just whenever people ride this and I've gotten to talk to them, they have always said, make sure you get on there for Free Ride. Free Ride is apparently the best one.
Not only that, I was too scared to realize what was going on, but I think I did hear "Hit Me With Your Best Shot." I just like to imagine
you just going, "Ah, hit me with your best shot, ah!"
I don't know why, for some reason, I thought you were going to be doing "Living on a Prayer." Ah! We're halfway.
That is not the song.
Ah! Living on a prayer.
I guess if I were to add anything to this ride, probably like you gotta have one show, one of these, where the Avengers get involved, maybe add in a whole new song for them. Oh, you know what it is? You add in the song We Are Family and have it be the Avengers are breaking the Guardians out of the Collector's place.
We are family.
I actually really want that now. That's never going to happen, but I really want it.
We are family.
And
Yeah.
the two snacks you can get outside.
There's plenty of snacks there.
Well, no. There's two outside of Guardian's Mission Breakout specifically. There's a little food stand titled Terran Snacks because, you know, they think Terra is the name of Earth. And
Well, Terra means Earth. That's one of the names that means Earth.
Fun fact: one of the first planets of Guardians of the Galaxy is named after my mum. Apparently, Morag.
Your mom's name is Morag?
Yes. It's always so surreal when we watch the
Hold
movie.
on, your mom's name is Morag? I've never heard that.
That's nice.
Yeah, I think it's Scottish for Helen, or Gaelic for Helen.
You know, question, Callum. Is your mom secretly like the first boss fight in a video game? Morag.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it sounds like, and you can't deny it. You're smiling because you know I'm right, Cher.
No, I'm just smiling and just like smiling.
I'm just gonna
outside.
You're the boss.
Outside that ride, you can pick up one of two very, very fine delicacies. Both of them junk food. Both of them baked goods. You have this like
the Infinity Stone.
Yeah, you have this donut that looks like the little orb that the Infinity Stone was in. And then the other thing, which there's supposed to be, here, I'll send them into the group chat. There's supposed to be a different one of these for each Infinity Stone, but there is what can only be described as an inverted churro, which is, according to people who have eaten it, imagine if a churro was a cinnamon bun. And I
like
think
cinnamon roll. Okay.
that sounds awesome.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of cinnamon rolls or cinnamon buns, but okay.
I mean, cinnamon buns are like the same.
What's a churro?
A churro? It's like a
It's like a Latina
It's like a sugar stick. It's a big stick of sugar.
Oh. All right.
I have sent you the pictures. It looks like a cup. It looks like a cookie. Like here, it looks like a cookie.
Yeah.
And just because I like you, Callum, I'm gonna send you what a churro is.
Thank you. I mean, maybe I have.
I guess so far they only have the time one, huh?
Yeah, right now they just. Which, fun fact, one of the things they wanted to do was make each color not represent the flavor. So what color?
Green one's pineapple.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
I was gonna make you guys guess, but the green one is pineapple.
I already watched a video that you sent me, so I could already remember that.
It's okay. I'm proud of you. I just
Callum's like, wait, how is green equal pineapple?
Shut up. Maybe red is chilly to wake you up to reality. Maybe blue means out of date, so you have to get out into space.
Okay, well, green is pineapple. So I would imagine, I would normally think orange would be pineapple, right? So maybe like orange is apple or something to like sub in for what the green is.
Ooh, which one's strawberry?
I would love a strawberry churro. Knowing the color thing, probably purple or blue. By the way, Callum, this right here is a churro.
Churro.
They don't normally look like that. That's like a churro circled up right there. This is what they look like.
Aha.
Just imagine
Okay.
a literal stick of sugar.
Okay. Thank you.
Apparently, I can't remember their exact names. I think one is called the spiral ration, which is the churro. I want that. I want that green churro. And since we're talking about snacks anyways, do we want to talk about the spider bots before we go into Pim Kitchen?
They're so cute.
They are very cute. They are, for those of you who had not seen the video, they are selling these beautiful, wonderful little spider bot creatures that have been ruining Peter Parker's life. They are so cute, and they come in, I want to say 5 or 6 different characters. It's Spider-Man, given, Iron Man, Black Panther, Black Widow, Ant-Man, and the Wasp. So 6. My personal favorite is Wasps. What was that?
They're part of the main attraction behind Spider-Man's web shooting thing. They're the things you shoot and then apparently purchase at the gift shop.
Well, you can also buy web shooters that are essentially like paid DLC for a video game. They'll help you shoot the webs and get a higher score in the ride, which is cheating. But if they make the web shooters cool, I'll buy them because I want web shooters.
Wow.
These are the spider bots, and I think we should each pick a favorite.
All right. Let's take a look.
Here they are. Right there. Sorry, my phone is slow. It took a minute. But it should be sending now. Yep, there it is.
There you go. Oh, they're so cute.
I think the Black Widow one is pretty good too, now that I'm looking at it.
Okay, see Iron Man, yeah. Ant-Man, Wasp.
I think Black Panthers is honestly kind of the lamest, if you ask me.
Is
Like,
that the one with purple eyes?
Yes.
Okay.
I wish they would have given it ears or something, like cat ears. Kind of like what they did with Ant-Man's. Like Ant-Man's has his antenna.
Yeah, and the Wasp has
Wasps has wings.
Right.
That's Ant-Man next to Iron Man there, right?
Yes. So everybody pick a favorite, and then we'll move on.
Oh, they're so cute, though.
I do love that Tony's has an arc reactor in its head. Pick a favorite or be destroyed.
Is that Black Widow next to Iron Man to the right there? No.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Right. Let's see. Oh, the Wasp one has wings. They've got really cool features, all things considered.
They should have given Black Widows a wig for ScarJo's hair.
Love me some ScarJo.
Maybe they could have given the Black Panther one. I don't know, the white line aesthetic that they have.
You think white eyes would have been cool too?
Yeah.
I think there could have been more done with Black Panthers.
Yeah.
I mean, is quite relevant for the colored aesthetic for whenever they have those like near-death experience rituals where they drink the flower juice, go to visit the afterlife to see their ancestor play, come back to get the powers.
I don't hate it. I just wish they would have done more with it. Like they could have gone all out with this one, and they didn't, in my opinion.
I mean, I guess my eyes are immediately going to between Iron Man and the Wasp.
I think Wasps is my favorite just because it has the most going on. Like, it's a bright, vivid yellow. I think Ant-Man's is probably my second favorite.
Yeah, if I were to pick the Beatles out of like aesthetic interest, I would definitely either pick the Iron Man one, the Ant-Man one, or the Wasp one.
If you had to pick one Marvel character to get a Spider-Bot, which one would it be? Because I want to see Vision. I want to see a Vision one with a little cape and everything.
I'd probably want to see like the Wasp one in this image here because I've noticed that the Ant-Man and the Wasp one could be actually quite relevant because they have the spiders and the bugs. They have one thing in common: bugs. They work with bugs. So
Well, technically, spiders are arachnids.
No, Cal, if they made another Marvel, like, let's say another character got a spider bot, like they made another one of these for another character, like Hulk or something, which character would you want to get one? A magic-themed Doctor Strange one could be cool, too.
Now you gotta keep in consideration that they gotta get the aesthetic and the color scheme right.
Maybe Captain America or Loki.
I think Captain America could be easy. Loki could have the horns. That could be cool.
Yeah.
Like that would be cool.
In my head, I think the easiest one and one that I could see them doing is like make a bigger one, make it green and purple on the end, and make it Hulk. Because honestly, it's kind of surprising the characters they picked, because out of all of these, there are only 2 original Avengers. Thor doesn't get a spider bot. Hulk and Captain America don't get them. It's weird.
I'm thinking, get one to have the aesthetics look like tree bark and make a Groot spider bug.
People would like that. I wonder, at first I was like in my head and I was like, are they just picking the tech heroes? But if they're just doing tech heroes, where's War Machine? Where's Rescue? I don't know. I feel like there's more to be seen here. What to do and could ever be done. But with that, speaking of shit you can buy at this park, there is, of course, the Pim's Test Kitchen.
Yeah. Giant pretzel. Giant meatball. Tiny meatball.
When you're coming up with, like, ideas for, like, attractions and stuff, it's really important to acknowledge that not everybody needs a ride to be perfectly represented. And Ant-Man is perfectly represented. There's so much goofiness, like, from the Ant-Man movies. There is so much cool visuals of shrinking and growing. And you can only do this with Ant-Man. You can't make this restaurant for, like, Captain America. You can't make this restaurant for Iron Man. It's only for Ant-Man, and it works. Chef's kiss. It's just great. Do we want to go through that menu?
Yeah. I mean, already as you're entering in, you get to see this awesome exhibit of them like carrying little pretzels and then going to the machine. They become large. Just the concept of turning food big and large or tiny, that's so much fun.
Yeah, the whole story behind it is one day, frickin' Scott Lang was like, hey, Hank, can't we use the Pym particles to, like, you know, end world hunger? So that's what the kitchen is. It's like testing that out. Number 1 is the Impossible Spoonful. It features plant-based large micro meatballs served in a supersized spoon. It's a big-ass spoon bowl. And it has little pasta around it, big pasta around it, and one giant-ass motherfucking meatball of destruction that will kill anybody who tries to consume it. But fun fact, the reason it's called an Impossible Spoonful, because even though it looks like it, there is no meat. This is a vegan product.
An impossible. Nice. Nice. You know, I've always been curious as to how they've been able to make, like, a vegan meat. Obviously, if you try out corn, they got a scary similarity, so it's very much possible, yes.
I mean, if you look at the picture, it's pretty good looking. Like, I don't know if I personally would order it. I don't know if I want to eat spaghetti in a theme park when I'm going to go ride rides. I'd much rather have the Pimnini, which is a panini, but with the word Pim because puns. And fun fact about the Pimnini, if you spend $100, you can get a giant panini that will feed 8 people.
Wow.
Yeah. It's fucking huge.
That's the most ridiculously amazing meal I've heard since you told me about that Hulk chocolate bar.
I mean, that chocolate bar isn't themed to specifically Hulk. It's just a Choco Smash, but I'll eat the fuck out of it.
Yeah, when you first sent us the picture, I thought, okay, that just looks like the size of an average, like, extra large Kit Kat or something like that. It doesn't look, like, tremendously huge, but then you showed another picture for proper size comparison, and I thought, whoa, that does look huge! That's like the size of a hot dog!
Yeah, it's like a combination of like the candies, like Three Musketeers and like Snickers and like Milky Way and a brownie
Oh, yeah.
into one.
To feed 4 people. So now you're telling me there's this panini that's big enough to feed 8 people.
Dude, that ain't nothing. Guess what they give you to feed one person? They got this chicken sandwich, right? It's called the Not So Little Chicken Sandwich. It was developed to satisfy guests who are looking for a high-protein, low-carb intake. It is a crispy, breaded chicken breast has grown with the help of pin particles. Now here's the thing, Callum. I know what you're thinking in your head. Big chicken. But here's the thing. They grew that chicken super huge. They made a giant, giant chicken sandwich. But unfortunately, along the way, Callum, they accidentally shrunk the bun. So the sandwich is big, the bun is tiny. It is incredible. I have seen videos where people try to eat it.
Hilarious.
It is wonderful and can only come from the character of Ant-Man. Yeah, no, fun fact, dude. There was like a scale where someone did it with their fingers. The buns are this big. Like just about this big. Yeah. The buns are like, okay, so this is the bun you're dealing with right here. And this is the chicken sandwich. I can't even do it with my hands.
So I'm just imagining these people just try to pinch, if they can have long enough fingers, like pinch the buns, lift up, just going, ah.
Oh yeah, literally, you gotta get your fingers on the chicken in order to eat this thing. There's no other way. According to somebody,
you could use like a fork and a knife, but you know, it's that too.
there was a video where somebody like cut around the chicken to make like a little patty that was the same size as the buns and eat it that way. And when he did it, he said, "This is not the same. This is worse." And then he like went back to eating it the right way.
That is gonna cause so much hysteria at the dinner table.
Well, the best thing about that chocolate bar we mentioned, which I don't actually have the ingredients up for right now. We talked about it the other day, but I don't have them up. Oh, actually, I do have them up. The ingredients of the Choco Smash are dark chocolate, caramel, nougat, peanuts, and a chocolate brownie. And fun fact, this one chocolate bar can feed 4 people.
Wow.
By the way, that picture I sent you isn't actual size either. Even the one where you guys were like, oh shit, it is bigger than a hot dog. It is probably this tall and this thick.
Oh my, that's very thick.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Thick. Oh, and not to mention
my God.
this
I
long.
had to make that joke, Callum. Of course you had to make that joke. The samurai joke.
I'll kill you.
Keep me going free. Excellent.
There were 1 or 2 things on the menu I specifically wanted to go through. One is there is a beer that they have, a stout beer, that they have shrunken tiny marshmallows into. So imagine hot chocolate, but with beer. Weird. I don't drink a ton of beer. Don't know if that's good or bad, but I want to try it now. The two
Unless you
good
want to,
things.
alright. Unless you want to try a bar that kind of tastes like soap, then please be my guest.
Well, the two I've eaten soap before. I eat soap all the time, baby. Don't test me.
Alright.
I'll eat soap. You want to watch me eat soap? I'll go get soap right now, Kellen. I can do it. I'm a man.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
I'll be back.
Oh no.
You guys talk about other stuff.
So yeah, the food there, such creatively innovative. This is probably the most innovative use of selling food since what in what theme park? I have no idea. What's the most creative use of food we can think of? Probably like themed food for a specific park. Maybe like I don't know, like a mushroom in the recent Super Mario Land that they made a theme park for Mario. So like having a mushroom in the cafe there would work a charm with like the toadstools like cooking away. I
We
guess that's
doing
the
this?
closest.
We doing this?
Right.
I had the soap. We doing this?
No.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Go.
Don't,
Do it.
no. No.
Do it.
Oh
I'm a man.
Hit somewhere.
shit though. Don't get sick.
It's not good. It's not good.
Sit out.
No. Cher, I'm a man. Cher, I'm a man.
I just don't want
No.
you to get sick.
No, I'm a man. Cher, it's okay. Pray for me.
Oh, you're gonna die, man.
Attend my funeral. Tell my story.
Oh my god. I told him not to do it and he did it anyway.
My mouth is all soapy. So,
Here lies Kneale. How did he die? Not from any kind of illness. He just ate soap.
I did do it too. You can see where I did it. Don't challenge me.
I just don't want you. I'm so nervous that I don't want you to get sick or you're gonna
I am
puke or
fine.
you're abdominal bleeding or something. I don't know.
I am fine.
That's what they all say. They say
But one thing I did want to bring up is there are these two beverages at Pim's Test Kitchen. One of them, very soapy. One of them is blah 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 blah. Need to find the ingredients. Well, one of them is Pinot Doce, which is from the Incredible Hulk film. You only saw it in a split second, but it did successfully kill Stanley. That's right. In that movie, Pinot Doce kills Stanley. At least I think it killed him.
What about that? Are you sure it like didn't give Stanley the same powers as Bruce Banner?
We never see that in the movies.
We see it in the Lego Marvel games.
Which are totally canon. Completely. But there is a peanut butter and jelly flavored. I'm gonna get this soap out of my mouth.
You should. I told you.
There is a peanut butter and jelly flavored lemonade, which I'm trying to find the ingredients.
Peanut
Kellen,
butter and
say
jelly
words while I
lemonade.
try to find it.
Peanut butter and jelly lemonade. My mind's processing exactly what you just said. Peanut butter and jelly in a lemonade.
It has whipped cream in it too.
Peanut butter and jelly whipped cream lemonade.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
I mean, I'm all for trying new things. I'm curious. I'll drink that. Yeah.
You have to type out so much to find these damn recipes.
I mean, that's the longest named one I think yet. Peanut butter and jelly lemonade with whipped cream.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's heaven. My mouth is so clean, yet so very dirty.
Kind of
Um,
a.
well, essentially what it is, because I can't find the recipe because God hates me, is there is pink lemonade, which has been infused to be jelly flavored. Then the whipped cream is infused with peanut butter, and it has peanut butter covered pretzels at the very top. When you mix all these things together, you get a
You
peanut
get the
butter.
best of both worlds.
Wait a minute. Hang on. So above being a peanut butter and jelly infused lemonade, they had pretzels. Pretzels. Like not even a cherry, just pretzels. Like a big chunk of bread just on the top.
Okay, it's not. No. It's like crunchy pretzels,
Right,
but
right.
like it's covered in peanut butter. Like here, let me
Right.
send it.
Next, you're gonna tell me that they put in one of those flaky chocolate things onto it, followed by a dash of cream, followed by a cherry on top, followed by a little marshmallow that puts it on a flame. Yeah.
Light it on fire. I just sent it. If you want to have a look. That also has the Pinot Doce, but not in the collectible cup you can get.
Aw.
Where if I get the Pinot Doce, I'm getting it in that cup.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the lemonade, Cal, right there. Looks pretty normal, right?
I mean, it's a slight tint of green. I would assume this was a lime drink more than a
No, the
lemonade.
pink one next to it.
um. Oh, pretzels. There's pretzels on top.
Yeah.
Whipped.
Mm-hmm.
The Pinot Doce actually is lime themed. It's a lemon lime soda. Apparently, it has been described as if Mountain Dew and Sprite got combined together with a hint of vanilla.
Nice.
Actually going overboard with these ideas of food and drink, aren't they?
Don't you question these things. They're beautiful. You can get pin particle containers that have sauce in them. You can get tiny little beers that are served to you on a ruler. And of course, you can get a goddamn infinity glove that can hold your soda. I ain't making up any of that. In fact, I have a picture, which is right here, bitches. My mouth is still soapy.
Told you it was a bad idea.
I am a man, and I stick by that.
If you get sick. Oh wow, that is an infinity gauntlet holding a Coke.
Ooh.
That is also the Pinot Doce collectible cup that I was talking about getting it. I'm also going to get the little beer things just because I want that ruler that holds your drinks.
That seems cool, but are they allowed to sell alcoholic beverages in a family attractive theme park? I don't remember them
Oh, hell yeah.
selling alcohol in any other.
Yeah, no, they can sell alcohol literally in all of Disney World.
Either that, or, I never took the time to find such things as a child, so how am I supposed to know?
Yeah, you don't really pay attention to it when you're a kiddo. But, mommy and daddy are on vacation too.
That's gonna be an interesting ride home.
How did you like Mickey Mouse, kids? Did
We
you
went to
ride
the Marvel
there?
today, did you remember? Yeah. Yes.
He was
Pew,
wearing
pew,
red. He was Mickey Mouse. That was Iron Man. It's Mickey Mouse in a robot.
When you wish upon.
So that's pretty much all I have to say about Pim's Test Kitchen. Except, how do you guys feel about the fact that you can eat shawarma? Isn't that neat? That's cool.
Oh,
I've never
nice.
had shawarma before.
You know, whose idea was it to add shawarma just as a line at the end of Avengers? I mean, whoever thought that up, well, congratulations on increasing sales on shawarma.
I believe it was an improv line by Robert Downey Jr.
You're frozen.
Am
Callum
I
is frozen.
You're
Yeah.
frozen.
You are creepily smiling at us.
Well, if improvisation from Robert Downey Jr. I mean, he's a great improvisationalist. They even had an end credit scene dedicated to that line. So if
I'm gonna look it up then. Hold on.
they're gonna go by those rules of how they can get food ideas, they might as well sell like dishes of blueberries. Like Robert, he literally improvised a scene of like sharing blueberries that were on the set with Mark Ruffalo for his scene.
I guarantee you, though. I guarantee you. Here in the future, we are gonna get some sort of food in a Marvel TV show or a movie that will make its way to the theme park. I'm willing to bet that they're gonna start selling pizza there after Lucky the dog starts eating it in the Hawkeye show. And maybe they'll actually call it Lucky Dog's Pizza.
Right. What other foods have been mentioned about the MCU?
I mean, I'm trying to think of like new stuff they could do. Like, I don't know. Like, I think a Doctor Strange magic snack could be cool. You know they're gonna do something. Oh, dude, I'm an idiot. You know what they do? Those ice creams that they mentioned in Avengers Endgame and shit.
Ooh.
You know, when they mentioned that Ben and Jerry's named an ice cream after Tony Stark, and then Doctor Strange and Wong go a Hulka Hunka burning fudge is our favorite. You could have the ice cream from that with like a little drawing of like Hulk on the container. That'd be really cool. I mean, they're selling Loki charms. Why not sell that?
They're mischievously delicious.
They're mischievously delicious.
No,
I sounded like Harry Hook for a minute.
I don't know how far either the Thor man or some cosplayer will go to when attending the public. I might have a bad influence for the children, but I'm just imagining someone, either Thor himself or some Thor fan, just going like, another!
Well, here's the thing. During the Doctor Strange magic show, which we'll talk about in a second, Thor has a cameo, and the way that Doctor Strange gets him to leave is he goes, Thor, why don't you head over to Pim's? I'm sure they have drinks big enough to satisfy even your appetite. And then Thor goes running to go get drunk in Disneyland, because Thor is that type of father.
Wait, did you say father?
No, of course not, no. No, of course not. What, you think dads just get drunk in Disney World? That doesn't happen. That never happens. Disney World, it's the most magical place on earth. Anyways, yeah, the Doctor Strange magic show. I've actually seen it. Have you guys seen it?
Which one?
The Doctor Strange magic show.
Oh.
Of it from.
Yeah, I've seen it. Like, yeah.
I think it's cute. I think it's a nice little show. I think something like that is perfect for Doctor Strange. Like, once again, they're just nailing the theming. They are really like bringing all of these cool ideas together. And I think it's fucking cool. I would love to like go and like take part, see the cool blinking lights, get a couple magic acts from Doctor Strange. There's also a screen that has a portal for him to go fight Dormammu. That is a cool ass portal. I don't know how they made it look that real. What? Since you haven't seen it, Cal, what's some stuff you would like to see out of a Doctor Strange magic show, just off the top of your head?
Anything from like, practical illusions would make for an aesthetically appealing show, I would imagine.
Funny you bring those up. So, one of the cool things about the Doctor Strange area, which is an abandoned sanctum, is there are photo areas where the ground has been edited and stuff. Like, there are optical illusions around them. So you can take your picture and look like you're doing magic stuff. Like, for example, with this here picture, what does this look like to you? Please do not acknowledge the fact that the picture has not been sent yet, because I'm slow. There we go. It is now sending. How are you? Yeah. So for those of you who can't see what we're seeing, there is a freaking floor that looks like there's a hole in the floor, but there isn't. So you can take pictures that make it look like you're falling into it or getting sucked into it. I have seen people doing handstands. I have seen people like freeze frame jump right as they're like about to fall into it, even though it's not a real hole. It is super cool. And apparently there's more than one thing like that. There are a couple optical illusions that you can sort of screw with. So, very strange that you brought that up, Cal. They weirdly kind of accommodated you. What freaking pose would you do over this hole?
What would it do? Ooh, so much potential. Oh, you already said that people already did like jumping in or something like that. Oh man! Oh, there's so much possibilities.
I know exactly what I would do. I would need your guys' help. I would have you in the background, Cal, going, like be all scared. And I would have Cher Sparta kick me into the hole.
What we need is someone dressed up as like terrible.
No. It needs to be Cher doing it, and I'm just looking about to fall in the hole. Like, it would be great.
This is horrible.
This is Avengers Campus. This is what you get for showing me that teddy bear earlier. Bam. What pose would you do, dude?
Oh man. Falling backwards into it, perhaps. Just time the picture right where I just look like I've slipped up or something.
You know what you could do? Do like a handstand over it, but like make it look like you're being sucked in. So have like your face be like really freaked out as you're like slowly getting closer to the hole, like It'd be great. Cher, you got anything for us? Would you just stand there and be like,
I guess.
I'm falling in a hole. It's okay. But
I never was there ever an adventure so clever as magical Doctor Strange.
meanwhile, I'm being kicked in the fucking hole. You're just like, oh well, while your foot is up kicking me in. And I'm just like, why?
I just made a cat reference, lol.
You made a reference to what? Cats? Again? Not in this house.
It was
Get
This is a pure household. I have a cat right over there that will... Look. You've depressed this poor cat. Look at what you've done. Oh, that's the floor. Look at this poor cat you've depressed. Look at her. In agony. What do you have to say for yourself?
I love you.
She don't give a fuck. And now I fix my...
So, is there anything we overlooked in terms of the attractions? I feel like we've gone through the vast majority of them.
Oh, what about the Dora Mache little show thingy.
Yeah, the Dora Milaje have a show where they train you to become a warrior. I think that's
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Let's get down to business.
To defeat Thanos. Oh wait, they can fit it if they're like, to defeat Ultron. Although it would be weird when they say the lines, "Why'd they send me daughters when I asked for sons?" Considering it is a whole army of ladies.
Serving the
My grandpa's sake, invited those who knew me. Boy was a fool in school for a cutting gym.
Iron Man's got him scared half to death. Hope the Hulk doesn't get angry.
I wish that I knew how to swim, Mr. Stark.
Now I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
All I've got is a bow and arrow.
The Avengers.
God, I love this. But there is still a little to talk about. There is the future, what we would like to see added to this park, but also the future of what we know is coming. There is a Quinjet on Avengers HQ, and it is the big symbol of this ride, of this land. But what if I told you it was supposed to be a ride and will be a ride in the future? Fun fact, Spider-Man is not the main ride of Avengers Campus. Instead, it is an Avengers ride, which will take everybody going to Wakanda, and it is implied in the concept art, this could change, but it is implied in the concept art that people will have jetpacks.
Got a
The
blast.
writers. I don't know if they're going to stick with that or change it, but let me just bring up this concept art real fast. It looks really cool. It looks like they're fighting a bunch of bugs, which there is a Marvel villain who is bug themed. I can't for the life of me remember their name. I can't. They're purple and green, and back in the day, I used to think they were Green Goblin, like an upgraded Storm?
Swarm.
No, not Swarm.
Oh, it's not Swarm?
Yeah, it's like an alien bug.
Oh. I thought it was Swarm.
I'm trying to remember their name. I'll figure it out later. It might be Demise or something.
Hey, are you sure he's not a villain of Spider-Man?
It is not a villain of Spider-Man. It is a Avengers level threat. It's not Swarm, I promise. But this right here is the concept art, and it might be the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's the concept art for a ride?
Yep. Notice the jetpacks.
Let's see.
I'm trying to find this fucking guy.
Maybe Bug? I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're Googling the same stuff I am.
Yeah.
Oh.
What you think, Cal?
So they're gonna fly through an Avengers battle in jetpacks.
Humbug.
Well, to be fair, that is concept art, so literally all of it could change. But the basic premise is you're going around the MCU, you specifically have a battle in Wakanda, and you're fighting these bug things. So, I don't know. Maybe it's jetpacks? Maybe? I don't know. But what would you guys want the big ride to be? Like, what characters do you hope to see in it? We obviously see Hulk. We see a bunch of different... It might be a Nihilus. Sorry, I'm in my head about this character. I found the character's picture, but I can't find the character. I'm so angry. Keep going. Say
I
words.
have
What
my
do you think of
Marvel
this?
Encyclopedia book.
No. What do you guys think of the concept art, and what do you think of when you imagine a big Avengers e-ticket ride?
Well, if we're going with this jetpack concept, I imagine.
Annihilus! I found the
Sorry.
name. It's Annihilus.
All right. Soaring through this battlefield. Obviously going for quite a ride, not just through the battleground, but just literally flying with Iron Man, Captain Marvel there, and some of the other heroes there. Thor soaring through the sky, and there's Ant-Man in the background there.
I wonder. Here's the thing: we might not actually be flying, but what if there's like a Kuka robot arm attached to the back of the seat, and it's like carrying you to these different destinations? I don't know if it's screens. I don't know if it's like sets. Honestly, this kind of reminds me of Forbidden Journey, which is Harry Potter's Forbidden Journey in Universal Studios, one of the best rides ever fucking made. It is incredible. It carries you through these really well-built sets, these TV
Oh my
screens.
god, I actually went on that ride twice. I went on it twice.
It is
so
one of
good.
the
I'm
best
really-
rides I have ever ridden.
It is like okay. I have a funny story. Okay.
Tell your story.
Yeah. Okay. First time on that ride, I think it was for my Sweet 16, because then the second time I went was for my film studies field trip, whatever. But the ride actually broke down the second time I went. But anyways, the first time I went was for my Sweet 16, and it was me, my mom, and one of my friends. And then there was like this random dude right next to my friend, because if it's like 4 people, right? Yeah, I think if it's 4 people. So then like we went on the ride. It was so fun, and then we got to the spider portion.
Oh shit, that must have been so scary for you.
Oh, I was fine with it. It was my mom that was cursing up a storm. It was so hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't like spiders, but I was fine with it. I just think every time I think of spiders, I just think of Charlotte's Web.
Hi, Charlotte's Web.
I just think of Charlotte's Web. It's very sad, but that's why I think about it. It's like, oh hey Charlotte, what's up? But she just because it's like the part where you're like I guess you're like in this position, or you're like looking up like that, and my mom just started cursing up the storm. She's like beep 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 bloop 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 shit bloop bloop bloop.
Callum,
It was hilarious.
it is wonderful. Imagine if you're a Harry Potter fan, you need to ride that ride once in your life, because you get to go to the Chamber of Secrets, you get to go to the Weeping Willow, and actually it swings at you. Your camera froze again at the best image. Just the best thing possible for this.
Callan, you're
It is.
frozen again.
Yeah. Anyway.
Your face looks so droopy. I wish it would have stayed like that. It is wonderful. And if they can replicate that with the Avengers ride, that's creepy, Callum. That's not dirty. If they can replicate that same feeling in this Avengers ride, then this will be a hit. This will be a huge hit. Like, if you can actually go to Wakanda, maybe if by that point Namor is a thing, maybe go to Atlantis. There is so much to be done with the idea of Kuka Robot, arms, and the Avengers. But I guess we'll just have to see.
Do you think
Maybe
there's
it will happen.
anything possibility with the Shang-Chi, since that's coming up? Or
In that video, they tease Shang-Chi. I'm trying to imagine a ride for Shang-Chi, and they could do stuff with dragons. But I think the best thing for that character, who is still a new character, is maybe implement maybe a statue of the dragon, maybe some props from the movie, and have like a Shang-Chi learn Kung Fu show. Because Shang-Chi is the master of Kung Fu.
I would totally do that one for sure.
So basically learn different martial arts from these different characters.
Makes sense. The whole premise of the land is they're training people to be the next heroes, right?
Nice. I wonder if there could be a range of training courses. I mean, obviously they wouldn't last that long. It's a theme park.
Mm.
But what if there was like one for kids, one for slightly older people, and one for maybe adult, or maybe it's an all-age thing, or maybe there's different. I don't know. Maybe
Well, something I noticed is Avengers Campus doesn't have any games. Like, it doesn't have any, oh, play this and you'll win a plushie. So I thought, well, what would be a good sort of game like that? You know, you have all those games where it's like shoot the gun with the water, and if you fill up the balloon, you get it. I thought, what if it wasn't a gun? What if it was a bow and arrow? So I thought maybe there could be a Hawkeye attraction where you shoot a bow and arrow and get. This is perfect for him, Cher. The man was literally a carny. Hawkeye was literally a circus guy. It's a carnival. There are other characters that could have attractions. Who is the character you'd like to see represented in the park, and how so? Would you give them a ride? Because they even mention the park is supposed to get bigger and bigger. They want to keep adding to it forever. So anything goes here.
Let's think.
And they've already got Guardians of the Galaxy with a ride. Already got the Pim's Test Kitchen with Ant-Man. I'm thinking.
They already got a Wakanda ride with what you just mentioned there.
Honestly, you know what I would do?
Uh-huh.
I would do a Thor Ragnarok ride.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Well, here's the thing. We've got the Collector in one corner. What about his brother? Let's bring in the Grand Master. Let's do, like, you have been captured and you're about to fight in the Grand Master's arena, but Thor, Korg, and the Avengers try to break you out, like Loki, Valkyrie, and Korg.
Wait. The Grandmaster and the Collector are brothers?
Did you not know that?
I didn't know that.
I just thought they were pretty similar characters, but it makes sense.
They're brothers. They are actually brothers in the MCU.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, fun fact, in the Mission Breakout line, you can actually see a picture of them playing checkers together and, like, hanging out.
Wow, I'm just picturing Jeff Goldblum just talking to the Collector now.
Yeah, they're brothers. I'm surprised they weren't in movies together, honestly.
Hey, I see you got a doc. This doc, he's talking, drinking booze. I think he'd make a fine collection to my my champions, but I see you've got him first, so finders keepers.
I found the picture of them.
By all means, share it.
Yeah. Hold on. I am having trouble downloading it for some reason.
Perhaps we could endorse a gladiator show in the park where people can get injured and hurt.
Well, no, it wouldn't be an actual show. It would just be you're going to be, but then as you're on your way there, Thor and them save you.
Right. I mean, obviously, roller coaster ride, like going through the Rainbow Bridge, the Bifrost.
Oh yeah. You know how it starts. You know that one ride from Ragnarok where it's like a parody of "It's a Small World" and they play.
Yes.
They play the song from Willy Wonka. Bring that shit in.
That would be brilliant.
Yeah, bring that shit in. Start you on the road. That's them. You can see that picture in Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
Huh.
They're brothers, dude.
Huh.
The Grandmaster and the Collector, Tavaler Tavan. I don't actually know the Grandmaster's real name, but they're bros. They're related by blood. So again, what is one character you would like to see get more of an attraction? I think Ragnarok is perfect for a ride. It should be you're captured by the Grandmaster and you got to go to all of these different places. You're on a Thor style journey. I think Thor needs something. Thor and Hulk have nothing right now. I think they need something. Iron Man needs something.
Isn't there this big Avengers base building, like right at the center as you're going in? They even had the presentations in front of it. I mean, that's probably behind the scenes things, but
that's where the Avengers ride is going.
Oh, right. I was gonna suggest, what if you could actually have this attraction where you could walk in the Avengers base and see like Shield agents in action on the computer. Then at one point you just see Nick Fury standing there. Maybe like the Swiss Family Robinson attraction, where you just walk up the tree and see the rooms and the other things from the actual film. I think that would be cool. Just to walk around.
You know what you could call it? Shield's Vault or something? And have like a little museum with props. They got that in Florida for Star Wars, where you can see some of the scale models for the planets and some of the replicas of the ships from Star Wars. So that shit could be cool. I also think that they're going to keep adding props like what they did with Loki. Like they could add, I don't know, something from the Miss Marvel show, maybe some sort of prop from that. They could add, I'm trying to think of specific things. I'm thinking a statue of Khonshu, the Egyptian god, for Moon Knight. I can't really think of anything for Hawkeye because I haven't seen the show yet. I mean, you could add a meet and greet where Hawkeye's there with the dog, but who's to say? I'm also thinking, so Miles Morales is also confirmed to be in the world of Avengers Campus. Yay! Because there is graffiti on the web building, right? Well, if you look in the corner, the graffiti artist who did it signed their name, and it's Miles.
That'd be interesting.
I'm thinking that maybe there are some teasers in this park for the future, and I think Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be a very cool movie. That's what
I was thinking about a potential crossover with Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, but that's cool too, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there could be a Spider-Verse ride. That sounds amazing. I don't think if it could happen at a Disney park.
Yeah, that's Sony and Disney and
Sony, but you mentioned Miles Morales, and I think, well, Sony's still got their hands on Miles Morales, and so.
But they were able to reference Miles, so who knows? Who frickin' knows?
Fair enough.
I'm just excited for.
I don't know why I'm thinking about Captain Marvel for some reason. I don't know.
You want a Captain Marvel ride? It could be cool. You could go into space. That'd be cool. They did, not even kidding, Rise of the Resistance in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. That is the most immersive ride in the world. That does not make you feel like you are in Star Wars. That puts you in Star Wars. So anytime I hear Disney is going to do space, I'm like, yeah, fuck yes, come on. Because they nailed it with that. It is just, I can't even describe it other than saying, imagine you were in Star Wars. And that's what it is. But is there anything else we want to say about Avengers Campus before we end the video? Any final thoughts? Any future hopes? What kind of merch would you want to see? Any characters you want to see get plushies or statues? What do you guys think?
Korg. Enough said.
I would love it if there was like a Korg animatronic in a Ragnarok ride. That would look amazing because he's a big rock beast. I want a Lucky the Pizza Hound plushie, please. Just a little dog with a little purple bandana eating some pizza. I'd love that.
I guess there were like some stuff with like Agatha Harkness. I don't know.
There's not a ton of merch for Wanda's kids yet.
Yeah.
Plus, Miss Marvel's coming. Miss Marvel's coming at a very good time because Loki came out like the same month that the theme park came. The two shows that are in the best place to get some theme park representation as they come out are Miss Marvel and Hawkeye because they are right at the point where it's like, okay, let's add some more stuff. And it won't be anything big like a new ride. It will probably be merch or little props or something. Either way, though, it's cool. I am very, very excited for this. I love just the whole park. I love how far they have taken Stan Lee's vision here because it is incredible. And to all who go to that happy place, welcome. I'm just ready for that shit. Wakanda forever, bitches. Anything else you want to say before we end, Cal? Besides Korg?
You know, what was Stan Lee's line at the end of in Spider-Man 3?
I guess one man can make a difference. Enough said.
Enough said.